It may be a new year, but the sky-high prices aren't going away anytime soon. Affordability will continue to be a challenge for many Canadians as 2023 gets underway. Peter Sashecki from Everything Financial joins us this morning with more. Good morning, Peter, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Carrie. Good morning.
So I know we're going into a new year, but I do feel there's a little bit of uncertainty surrounding what people can expect. So give us a sense in general how Canadians are feeling about the current economy.
Well, over 80% of people in this recent survey feel we're either in a recession or we're going into recession, and that makes them pretty uneasy. The fact of the matter is, based on the definition of a recession, we've been in one since September, and people don't need to fear that because recession actually breeds opportunity. So when a recession hits, generally, because people always worry about their investments in their retirement, portfolio managers have already accounted for that, made plans, and the market generally goes up once they announce that dirty R word.
So what kind of sense are you getting from people about how prepared they are for a recession then?
Well, a lot of people feel they're not prepared for a recession. They feel they're not prepared for retirement. Sit and do a review of your financial plan, or for that matter, get a financial plan and put your mind at ease, because a lot of times the fear is so unsettling, it just sends people into a frenzy. Knowing your situation, good, bad, or otherwise, will alleviate the fear. And we see this all the time, because then you know how to deal with it. Then you know how to plan for it. You know what things, you need to take care of and what things are already taken care of.
Do you have a sense of how many people are worried about saving for retirement?
Oh, it's over 70, almost 79, almost 80% are worried about it. But again, do something about it. Do a plan. Like, don't just think, well, I have RSPs or I'm never going to save for retirement. The majority of people who go through and get a plan done and have an analysis done, and the large majority, find out they're in a way better situation than they think they're in. And that alone will put you at ease, take away the fear, and just taking the fear away in the unknown will make things a lot easier for you.
Let's talk a little bit about housing, and I know the Bank of Canada has been continually raising interest rates. If people have a mortgage that they are renewing this year, what can they expect and what do they need to know?
Well, here's the other interesting one. A lot of people are worried they won't even be able to afford to renew their house, but there's a couple tricks to this. Look at one thing as doing a 1 or 2 year mortgage until those rates do come down, because they will come down at later in the year and towards the next year by the looks of it. But also what you can do, say you have, Carrie, say a 15 to 20 year amortization on your mortgage, talk to your planner and switch that to maybe 30 years. Now, if you go with a lower interest rate on the 1 or 2 years as opposed to a 5 year, you change your amortization, you may find your payment is not much different from what it is now. And again, you alleviate the stress that you're worrying about. And don't think going from, I'm using an example, 18 years to 30 years is taking a huge step backwards, because within a year from now or 2 years from now, let's say interest rates are at a much better level, then you can go back, change that payment and get back on track to that 18, 19 years. So you might take one step backwards, but eventually you'll get that step back in the next year or two.
All right, keep calm and carry on. Peter Sashecki with Everything Financial.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, thanks, Carrie. Talk to you next week.